Hello, I hope you are doing good. So let's start with advanced concepts in Excel, that is the chapter 1. So here I am preparing one table under the Excel sheet here. Let me keep certain records over there. Serial number 1. Let's say the name is Ayush, class 6th A. Maths, under maths, let's say he scored 79. Science 78. Then social, let's say 88, English 75, Hindi 81. To calculate the total, here what we'll do, we'll just enter equals to sum, open the bracket and select these subjects over here. Okay, if you'll observe, it will select the fields under the second row for E2 to I2. That is why it is showing here, and we will hit enter. Okay, now to retrieve the percentage, what I have to do, I have to again click equals to, select the total, then use the divided by symbol, and how many subjects are there? 1 2 3 4 5. 5 subjects are there, so divided by 5. So here is the percentage for Ayush. Let's do the same thing for other students. Let's say John is there, let's say James is there. Okay, James 6th A. I kept the same data over here. How I kept the same data? I just selected the field and Control D. I'll do it one more time. Let's say I'll select this field, Control D. So in this way, I'll be able to copy the data of the above cells. Okay. Now let's say for James, he got 65 in maths, and then 77 in science, 73 in social. Under English, let's say he got 79. Under Hindi, he got 75. So for the total and percentage, I told you the formula, right? Select the above fields and select the field where you want the same formula to be applied or the same data to be copied over there. Here we are copying the formula over here. If you'll observe, it is having some E2 colon I2. So let me do it one more time. So I'll click Control D and the same data will be available here. If you'll observe here, let me tell you, from maths to Hindi, what is sum it's showing here? 369. Isn't it the same thing that we did here? Right? The data is same. And that is the reason even our percentage is also same. Reason being, what is under J3 and the formula of percentage is total divided by the total number of subjects, total marks obtained. Let me change it to total marks obtained. Okay, fine. Let me take one more data, be it for, let's say, Suraj. This time I'll change the section. Let's keep it to B section and give certain data. Alright, we'll copy the same formula and we'll get the certain total and percentage. Now let's understand about the first operation of hiding the rows and columns. So let's say if I want to sorry, not hiding actually, it's freezing the rows and columns. Hiding will look after the freezing the rows and columns. Okay, so let's say if I want to freeze this column A, what I need to do, I have to keep my select the second column. First of all, just write to the column. Let's say I want to keep this particular column A to be freezed over that in such a way that even if I scroll it to the right side, all the fields or the data present under the column A should remain the same, and it will not move along with the scroll bar. So how I'll do it, I'll select the column B. First of all, I'll go to view. You will be able to see one freeze panes over there, right? Can you see freeze first column? Just click on that. Now let's try to move our scroller. If you'll observe, the serial number that is in the column A is totally freezed now. Is this clear? Now let me try to unfreeze it. To unfreeze it, we'll go here, unfreeze panes. Now you'll be able to observe that there will be no freezing effect available here. Okay, now let's do the same thing for rows. Before that, let me set certain borders. Okay, all borders. Now let's say I want to freeze the first row, this row, so that even if I scroll vertically, the first row will remain the same. Let's say I have 1000 set of data, 1000 numbers of data. In that particular case, freezing of rows will be really very helpful. Okay, so how I'll do it, the same thing, select the second row. First of all, go to view. Under the view, you'll be able to see freeze panes. Now let me click on freeze panes. If you'll observe, my first row is now freezed. Okay, so this is how we do freezing. Let me also tell you about unfreezing. I'll again do the same thing. I'll select the second row and unfreeze panes. Now if you'll observe, there will be no freezing over here. Okay, now let's say I want to hide a particular column. Let's say this particular serial number. So I'll select this particular column. I'll right click over there. Can you see hide? I'll click on that. See, now I'll be able to see the B, C, D, from B to K columns are there, but I'll not be able to see A column. Okay, to unhide this, let's say I want the A column back. What I'll do is I'll just go here, double click it and click on unhide. Now you'll be able to see that my column A is again visible. Let's do the same thing for column D. First hide. If I'll drag it over here, now you'll be able to see that column D is now not hidden. Okay, this is the second way to do the unhiding. Okay, now let's do the same thing for, let's say I want to hide the data for Suraj. So I'll select this particular row, double click on that or right click on that, click on hide. There is nothing left. I can see only two data over here. If you'll observe, the phone number is not there. Even I can go over here and just simply drag it and I'll be able to see the data of Suraj. Or I can do the same thing once again. Let me hide it one more time. I'll go here and I'll click on unhide. here, sorry, click on unhide. See, we have two things over here. Let me undo this. Right click, just you can simply drag it or double click on that. The row will get unhide. Okay, now let's say there is an unauthorized user or you want to protect your worksheet. You can also do that. Let me tell you how. Let me first save this particular file. We'll go to save, browse. Let's keep it in download only. Okay, download. Advanced Concept Excel Class 6. I saved the file. Let me rename this file first of all. Let's say student record. Okay, hit enter. Right click the file. Can you see protect sheet? Click on the protect sheet. Now you will require one password over here. And from here you can select certain access to the users. If you want certain set of roles to be allowed to the user, okay, you can do that. So let me set a password here. Let's say Rajat @123. Okay, and click OK. I have to re-enter the password now. RAJAT @123. Okay, click on OK. Now this particular file will be password protected. Let me open this file. Go to downloads, open it. Let me try to make some changes over here. Okay, let's say the cell or chart you are trying to change is on a protected sheet. To make any change, unprotect the sheet, you might be requested to enter a password. Okay, this why this happened, because I have protected the sheet here, and until and unless I'll not give it any kind of protected password that I have already given for the authorization, it will not be able to write any certain data from any kind of user, even from my end as well. Okay, now how to unlock this? Click on the review tab, click on the unprotect sheet and write the password over here. Okay, RAJAT @123. Okay, click OK. I think the password is wrong. Let me try one more time. Unprotect sheet, @123. See, now it is unlocked. Now let me try to enter some data. Fourth data, let's say John. Let me keep the same section, 6th B. Let me take some random numbers over here, 67, 78, 65, 69, and let's say 75. Okay, let me copy the formula and save the file. Now I'll be able to save this particular data over here. Okay, so this is how we do it. Now let me also add certain borders over here and save the file one more time. So this is how we unlock the worksheet. Now let's understand about the data validation rules. So by using the data validation rules, you can control exactly what kind of data is allowed in the cell. You can make sure that you type the right kind of data in a cell after assigning a data validation rule. And if you type the wrong data, the Excel sheet will display an error box. Okay, it's a different thing now. We are now talking about data validation rule. Okay, let me select a range, let's say Hindi, for Hindi. Okay, now I'll go to data and then click on data validation. Now go to settings. Under the setting, select whole number over here. Okay, and click on OK. Now you must enter both maximum and minimum. So here we have to enter the maximum number. Let's say the maximum number will be 100. Of course, yes. Sorry, the minimum will be starting from 0 to 100, let's say, and then click on OK. Now let's say I'll add 109. This value doesn't match the data validation restriction defined for this cell. Okay, here we got a prompt. Now I can retry over here. Let me enter 100 over here, let's say. Now it will work, but if I'll give it any value more than 100, definitely it will not work. Okay, we can also enter certain alert messages over here, or we can say error alert. I'll again select the field. I'll go to data validation, go to input message, let's say enter data between 0 to 100. Okay, this is the title. Please enter data between 0 to 100, and the title will be, let's say, this is required. Error alert. Under the error, I can add warning over here. Warning will give in title. Please enter valid data. Okay, now click on OK. What is showing? This is required. Please enter data between 0 and 100. Let's say I'll enter 101. Please enter valid data. Okay, continue, yes, no, cancel. So we'll click on continue. Let me enter now a valid data over here. Let's say 100. Now it will not show me any kind of error. Is this clear? Now let's talk about filtering the records. Remove this field. Coming to the filtering of records. If I want to filter the records, I can go to data and you see a filter option over here. Click on the filter. Automatically a drop down will appear over here. Okay. Now this particular drop down we generally call it as auto filter. What do you call it? Auto filter. Now let's say if I want to filter out certain details from here, let's say section wise. So I'll be having certain sections available over here. It is by default selected all, select all is there. But if I want to see only the data for section A, I can click on section A and click OK. So all the students having 6th A as their class will be having their data displayed over the sheet. This is how we apply the filter. Okay. Now how to remove the filter? Simply just click on the row where you have applied the filter and click on clear. And then after that click on filter one more time. Nothing will be there now and the filter will get removed. Now let's talk about the sorting of the records. It is related to the filter only. So let's first apply the filter. We generally are at the home, but home field over here. So let me go to data first of all and click on filter. Now let's say I want to sort the data for the name. I'll click on the drop down over here. Now can you see sort A to Z and Z to A? This will sort out the data alphabetically from A to Z or from Z to A. So I'll select let's say Z to A. Now the data will be from Z to A. It means that S will come first and A will come last respectively. Okay. So this is how we sort the records. So this is all about the advanced concepts of Excel.